Dallas has done nothing. They've lost starters. They restructured Dak's contract to help the team out to open up some cap space, and they went from $58 million for a cap hit for Dak to $54 million next year. That's it. So now they have $5.5 million of cap space. Supposedly they're talking about bringing back Zeke. If I'm a Dallas fan and Jerry Jones a month and a half ago or whatever said we're going to be all in next season and this is what we're doing, my head would explode. So, Brother James, I'm going to start with you. If you were a Dallas fan, what would you be thinking about the Dallas's just complete lack of doing anything so far this offseason?
Well, I mean, I'd be wondering if they lost their mind. Uh, that'd be the first thing. But I really do believe that Jerry Jones, he's crafty. Okay, so he has something up his sleeve, and so he wouldn't be making this move if he didn't have a plan. He may want to spend that money in the draft. I don't. I mean, I don't know. But I if I was a Dallas fan, I mean, I would be questioning it. But knowing his history, I wouldn't be too worried because I do believe that he don't make decisions without planning.
Okay, so you're kind of just banking that something's coming.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Deacon Hill, if you were a Dallas fan, thoughts on Dallas so far this offseason?
If I'm a Dallas fan, I'd be worried. I wouldn't know what's going on over there with the Cowboys. Like you said, bringing back Zeke. Why would you bring back Zeke?
He had a pretty good average yards per carry last year.
Yeah, but he's going to be another year older, and I think they need a little bit more than what Zeke's going to be able to bring. So I don't know about that move. As far as being all in, I think what he's thinking is he got some free agents to sign. He got CD Lamb coming up. He got to resign. He got his pass rusher. I can't think of his name right now, but those guys got to get paid again. So. That's where he's talking about being all in. As far as bringing in anybody, I don't even know where they're drafting in the draft, but where can they go in the draft? I don't know what they're going to do in that, but yeah, I would be pretty worried about Jerry Jones and his son, the two GMs, the two Joneses. I'd be worried about what they're up to if I'm a Dallas fan.
So you think they're just bracing for Dak's contract, Micah Parsons' contract, and CD Lamb's contract?
That's what I think they're trying to angle towards that move.
3 dudes out of the whole. They got 50 other people, and they got 3 dudes. Brother Bill, thoughts if you were a Dallas fan?
If I was a Dallas fan, I would say this might be the first time in a number of years that you won't hear "this is our year" going into the season about winning it all. Because if you look at the NFC. I mean, forget the division. I still believe the NFC East is a 2-team race between the Cowboys and the Eagles. But if you look at the rest of the NFC, there are other teams in the NFC who have just as good a defense as the Cowboys. The defense was the strength of the team, and they were opportunistic when they would get those turnovers. That's why some of those games were blowouts. But the rest of the NFC, it's going to be tough. So if I'm a fan, I'm concerned that the Cowboys better win the division if they're going to try to do anything in the playoffs. Forget trying to win a Super Bowl, just what you can do in the playoffs because they're in a loaded conference. I mean, not being a Cowboy fan, but I can say this objectively, if the plan is to do something in the draft, then that tells me historically, whoever you get in the draft, that person doesn't pan out. And I mean, it takes some time. So if Mr. Jones is looking at trying to get a Super Bowl, while he's still on this side of heaven, that's a short window if he's going to try to do it in the next couple of years.
Yeah, well, I will say they are pretty good at drafting and developing young players. The problem is they hold on to these guys like it's their kids, as opposed to let them go, pull another. They seem to be really bad at getting the already professional players in the building. But you're right. I mean, the Bears are going to be better. I don't know how much better, but they have a whole bunch of new players, and they're going to get the number one draft pick, so they're going to be better. Minnesota, I don't really know what to make of Minnesota, but they have a good coach, and they're going to draft somebody. Packers look great. Detroit looks great. Niners are great. Rams will be better.
Did you say Niners are great?
Niners are fantastic. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you saw it. We went to the Super Bowl.
Hey, Greg, who was in the Super Bowl this past season? Which team out of the NFC?
I don't know. I only remember the team that won, Kansas City. I don't
Sure.
know. I don't know.
Sure. That's what you said Sunday. You're right. All right.
Yeah, the Cowboys. It's not getting any easier for the Cowboys, and and Philadelphia has to be better than last year because they finished so bad. Luckily, the Giants are absolute just dog poop, and I don't know what they're doing. If I was a Giants fan, if I were a Giants fan or a Panthers fan, my head would be exploding right now because those two teams, they're awful.